Hi, my name is Maria Five. Welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back to my channel if you're not so new. I'm here today with a tea and a make, actually a couple of makes, and a book, a novel. So let's get started. First of all, I'll go with the tea. Sorry, just about dropped my earring. So here's the tea here. And it's, yeah, you can kind of see it. It's got that lovely blood red hue. It's a little tart, which is because I used hibiscus tea. Oh, can you read that? No, you can't. There we go. Hibiscus tea and some butterfly pea flower tea. Mix them together because I was going for that blood red look. And we'll get to why in a second. And then, so I have these really incredibly, what I would call gothic earrings. They are black with purple gemstones. And I made these years and years ago. I got basically all the parts at Michael's, which I'm not a huge fan of, but there you have it. There we are. And I'll just stick the other one in. Complete my look, you know, gotta have earrings. I am a bit of an earring person, I really am. I mean, I obviously make a lot of earrings, so there we go. Okay. My hopefully goth looking earrings. And the other make I have are these pen holders. So this is a Schaefer white dot. A very long time ago, I was dating someone and they had graduated from high school, and I believe it was his dad, but it could have been his parents. I think it was his dad. Got him a set of Schaefer white dots. And I had no idea. I thought, ooh, I mean, that was the first time I'd ever even heard of something other than a Bic, like a really, you know, pen. So this is a Schaefer white dot, and it's one of those twisty ones. And it's weighted. It feels good. And it came with this really pretty little case. And I thought, oh, that's really classic. So, of course, I took it upon myself. This is ribbon that I got at Fabricland. And you can just buy this. And there's like a double fold on both sides. I don't know if you can see that really closely. So it's doubled over, but it's just a little cover for your pen, so that when you do take your pen out, it isn't full of scratches, and it kind of keeps that shiny patina or patine or finish, and it just looks really good. So I just, yeah, my Classier pens. I have a Lamy, and it just doesn't fit in these ribbons. I will have to find a wider length of ribbon. This is just a 1-inch ribbon, as you can see from the very top here. It's just a 1-inch ribbon, but you can find wider ones. But yes, this is my Waterman, and it's the classic fountain pen, which is what I assume all vampires write with, at least used to. And on that note, we will dive into our novel of the week. It is called Filthy Rich Vampire. It's by Geneva Lee, 2024. It is a vampire novel, kind of classic that way, but you're talking to somebody here who has read every single Anne Rice. When I was saying the other week about how there are about 5 or 6 authors I've read everything of their works, Anne Rice was one of them, and I have literally read everything, except for the stuff she wrote as Anne Rampling. I have not read that. And there's a Rollicare. There's another pseudonym that she also used, and I have not read that. But anything she wrote under Anne Rice, I have read. A lot of which was vampire stuff. So it started off with Interview with a Vampire, but I was lucky enough to not read that first. I read the Vampire Lestat first, and wow, he captured my heart, really captivated me. Then I read Interview with a Vampire, and I don't know, Louis was pretty lame. Sorry, no offense to all you Louis fans, but I just found him really lame, and I was just, yeah, really taken with the Vampire Lestat. So I have all this vampire lore in my head. And then, of course, I watched all 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I have a lot of vampire lore of what's going on in my head, and the whole vampire cult or culture, genre, whatever you want to call that. So Filthy Rich Vampire fell into a lot of that, but then some of it broke away, and then I had a hard time dealing with it because I'm older. I'm set in my ways. What can I say? All right. So we have Julian Rousseau. He is a 900-year-old vampire, and he has just woken up from a 40-year nap by his lovely brother. And the reason he's been woken up is because Mommy Dearest wants him to marry off and have little baby vampires. And he is not exactly thrilled about that. He's not happy about it. And he's certainly in no rush about it. So 40 years, of course, there's been a lot of technological advances. YouTube is one of them, of course. But cell phones, GPS. And so the book has a little bit of fun with that, and that's kind of funny. It is. So he needs to marry. Enter Thea. Thea is a student. She's broke. She has high medical bills thanks to her mother beating cancer, and she is an amazing cellist. So her and her quartet are playing for a vampire function, and he spots her right away, and she is, of course, beautiful. That kind of beautiful, strikingly beautiful. During the intermission, she is swept away by another vampire, and Julian rushes to rescue her because he knows that this other guy is a vampire. Well, everyone's a vampire there. All she knows is that the whole party, everyone is just a little bit on the beautiful side. You know, they have that je ne sais quoi, that real beauty to them, which vampires are kind of known for. So Thea sees Julian watching her and thinks, and he's kind of glaring at her without really realizing it, and she figures that he doesn't like her. Anyway, intermission, this other vampire sweeps her off her feet. She goes for a walk with him, and Julian tries to rescue her. Startles her, and she drops her cello. Of course, the cello cracks, and he whisks her out of there, not before running into Mommy Dearest. And so there's that confrontation. She sneers at him and looks down her nose at Thea, but he gets her out of the building and promises her a new cello. I will leave you with that. I don't want to give away too much. It's sexy. It is a sexy novel. Not sexy like Rebecca Yarrow. Not that kind of sexy. But yes, it is sexy. There are parts of it that because I feel my vampire lore is kind of embedded in my head, I had a bit of a hard time with. That doesn't mean you will. But it's a good light read. And make sure you enjoy some tea to go with it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.